Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we'll talk about reading uh, from files and writing on files using Ruby. So Ruby is very popular today thanks to Ruby on Rails, but it can do a lot more than just web development. For example, it can do bash scripting, or you can do file manipulation, as we are going to see here. So bash scripting is just executing programs using the bash or using the terminal, right? So in this case here, we won't use a terminal, but I'll show you a facet of Rails, of Ruby at least, that's very interesting, and that's manipulating files. So I have here a basic Ruby app, right? So just app.rb, and I have a txt document here, basic txt with some words. So these are random words, and some of them are palindromes and some of them are not palindromes. And we'll see a use case where you will actually manipulate this file, select the palindrome from this file, and then create another file and save those palindromes. So Ruby gives us access to a class by default, and that's called the file, and we use the file class here. So if you want to read from this file or any file, we can just say here words equals so file, the file class, and it gives us access to uh, the read method, or we can have the read lines. Okay, but here let's just use the read, and we'll read from the words that txt, and we can here put the words. So let's run our program with just ruby app.rb. So we have this string. Okay, we can say here word.class to see the class, and we see that it's actually a string. So if you wanna uh, separate the string, we can use the puts. So not the puts, the split. Okay, so separate the words here. Okay, so we can say words equals, so the words as a string, and split it because it's using new lines here. So each line here, we want to split it at each new line. So we can print now our words. Let's see the result. And let me just resize this so you see. Yeah, so you see that we have, okay, this string of words. Now the next thing is selecting the palindromes. So a palindrome is any word or sentence, can even be a number, that reads the same backward or forward. For example, kayak here is a palindrome because we can read the same, it reads the same backward or forward. Same for deified. So rotate is not a palindrome. Repairer here is a palindrome, same for did. So you know what a palindrome is. So we'll select these palindromes and then store it in our, so select palindromes from words array. So we have the select method. We can say words that select. So let's give it a block. For each word, we'll just check or select the words that read the same forwards, forward and backward. So if we upcase or we downcase it, this is actually word, and we reverse it, so we should have the same as just the word that downcase. Okay, this is the palindrome, and we can store it in a variable that we'll call palindromes. Now let's print our palindromes to see what you have. Let's comment out this print statement and even this puts statement, and we should have our palindromes. Okay, these are the palindromes. Now this is the second step. The third step now is to create a file and then store those palindromes. So we can do this still with the file class here. So store palindromes into a new file. Okay, so we can say palindromes file. We'll use the file class, and we are going to open a new file, and let's call it palindromes.txt, and we will open it as a writable. So this is going to create a file and make it writable, right? So the next thing is just to save each word in this new file. So save each palindrome in this new file, and we will look through these palindromes. So palindromes at each. So for each palindrome, okay, let's give it the block again. So we say each palindrome. We will just say palindromes file. Okay, we'll use the puts command, and the put is going to just output the word. So we're going to use the palindrome here. Let's run our file again. So let's create this, and we can run the file. And we see that now we have all the palindromes stored in this new file. So this is actually a fun facet of Ruby, and you can even read instead of reading from this text. If you have a URL or an online file, you can read from that file and get the content from that file and do whatever you need. It can be as a filtering or storing the result into another file.